If you've ever felt stuck between 15 and 20% body fat strong in the gym, eating cleaner than your friends, but the lower belly and love handles won't budge us, video is for you. The fix isn't another brutal cardio block or slashing your calories again. The fix is a high-step lifestyle. Walking, not as an optional beginner activity, but as the quiet engine that gets you to 10% body fat and lets you stay there without hating your life. Most people think fat loss is just workouts plus willpower, but the body adapts. When you cut calories and push hard, your brain defends you by turning the dial down on non-exercise activity, what scientists call NEAT. You fidget less, stand less, pace less, and you burn fewer calories outside the gym. The result? You're doing more work, but your total daily burn drops. Hunger rises, cravings spike, sleep suffers, and fat loss stalls. Walking flips that script. It manually restores the daily movement your body tries to steal from you, without beating up your joints or creating rebound hunger. Let me show you the difference with two real-world case studies. Both Joe and Chris are 200 pounds at 24% body fat. They have desk jobs, lift 3 days a week, and want to hit 10% for their 40th birthday. That's roughly 30 pounds of fat to lose. Joe averages 3,000 steps a day. His maintenance intake sits around 2,500 calories. To lose a pound per week, he drops to 2,000. For the first 6 to 8 weeks, it works. He reaches about 18% body fat. Chris does one thing differently. He deliberately walks 10 to 12,000 steps, a day short walks before work, 10 minutes after meals, and a 20-minute evening loop while listening to a podcast. That single habit raises his maintenance to roughly 3,000 calories. To lose at the same pace as Joe, he eats 2,500. More food, better recovery, fewer cravings. Same weekly weight loss. Now watch what happens in phase 2, moving from 18% to 15%. Joe's weight plateaus. He reacts like most of us. He cuts another 200 calories and adds 3 intense cardio classes. Hunger roars. Protein gets sloppy. Sleep gets choppy. He's exhausted in the gym. Progress slows to a crawl. Chris doesn't hit that wall. To keep the same rate of fat loss, he edges his steps to 12,000 on average and makes a tiny calorie trim to 2,400. Because he's walking more, he can keep lifting hard, he digests food better, and his sleep stays solid. He glides past 15%. Phase 3 is the final 4 to 7 pounds, the truly stubborn stuff on the lower abs and love handles. Joe is bouncing between 16 and 18%, convinced he has a slow metabolism. Chris is at 12%. For the last push, he drops to 2,000 calories and holds 12,000 steps. Notice something. Chris now eats what Joe ate at the very beginning only. Chris is inches from his goal, not miles away. A few focused weeks later, Chris hits 10% and settles into maintenance at 2,500 to 2,600 calories with visible abs and sanity intact. That's the power of walking. Why does walking work so well? First, it raises your total daily energy expenditure without triggering the same eat-everything response that intense cardio often does. A 7,000 to 8,000 step bump can add 300 to 400 calories of burn per day with little hunger cost. Second, it improves insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control, especially if you do 10 minutes after meals. That keeps energy steadier, curbs cravings, and makes your body more willing to burn fat instead of store it. Third, it accelerates recovery. Walking pumps synovial fluid through the hips, knees, and ankles, reducing joint friction and stiffness. That means you lift better, keep your muscle, and look athletic, not skinny soft. Fourth, it lowers stress. Gentle walking drops cortisol. Lower cortisol means less belly fat signaling and better sleep, the most underrated fat loss accelerator there is. Here's the exact walking protocol I use and coach. Step 1. Set your baseline. Wear a tracker for 3 days and average your current steps. No judgment. Step 2. Phase targets. Phase 1, above 20% body fat. Aim for 8,000 to 10,000 steps daily. It's 1 20-minute morning walk plus 3 10-minute post-meal walks, or any combination that fits your life. Phase 2, 18 to 15%. Push to 10,000 to 12,000. This is where the post-meal walks become non-negotiable. Phase 3, the final push to 10 to 12%, 12 to 14,000 on cutting days with one low-intensity 40-minute block if you prefer fewer mini walks. Hit the target as a weekly average. Act. Don't panic if one day is low and another is high. Step 3. Meal walk habit. After you eat, set a timer for 10 minutes and stroll. It's short, practical, and clinically shown to smooth the blood sugar spike from that meal. If you only adopt one habit, make it this one. Step 4. Desk strategy. If you work at a computer, get a standing desk and a compact walking pad, or set a walk and talk roll. Every phone call is a pacing call. 2 calls a day can add 2,000 to 3,000 steps with 0 extra time. Step 5. Anchor walk. Choose one anchor. Morning sunlight, walk. Lunchtime loop, or an evening decompression walk with a podcast. Tie it to something you already do, like finishing your first coffee or putting the kids to bed. Step 6. Progressive overload. Every 2 weeks, add 5 to 10% to your weekly step average, or add one extra 10-minute walk. Tiny, sustainable increases beat heroic bursts that you abandon. Now let's stack nutrition so walking works even better. Keep protein high around 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of goal body weight. Protein preserves muscle, calms hunger, and increases the thermic effect of food. Aim for 30 grams at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and another 20 to 30 grams post-workout if you like. Fiber is your second ally. Target 25 to 35 grams a day from vegetables, berries, legumes, and whole food starches. A high protein, high fiber plate leaves less room for snack-worthy calories and keeps your digestion happy while steps climb. Hydration and electrolytes matter more when you walk more. Start the day with a big glass of water and a pinch of salt or an electrolyte tablet, especially in warm weather. You'll feel and perform better, and your hunger signals will be clearer. Time caffeine strategically. Small coffee before a walk or lift is fine, but avoid late afternoon caffeine that disrupts sleep. The evening walk should help you sleep deeper, not fight it. A sample day at 12,000 steps while cutting. Wake up, hydrate, and take a 15-minute sunlight walk. Breakfast. Greek yogurt or eggs, with berries and a bit of oats, or whole grain toast, 30 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber. Work block. Take a 10-minute walk after breakfast. Lunch. Protein, vegetables, and a smart carb chicken. A big salad and rice or potatoes. 10-minute walk after lunch. Afternoon work, then a lift 45 to 60 minutes. Big compound movements. Post-workout protein. Dinner, salmon or lean beef, roasted veggies, and a small serving of starch. 10-minute walk after dinner. Evening 20-minute decompression walk with a podcast. Gentle pace. Lights dimmed, consistent bedtime. That day quietly hits 12,000 steps and supports recovery. What about running or HIIT? They're fine tools, but they're not mandatory for single-digit body fat. If you love them, slot them in once or twice a week as Zone 2 cardio or short finishers. Just remember, if an activity consistently makes you hungrier and more fatigued than the calories it burns, it's hurting your cut. Walking almost never has that problem. Let's troubleshoot. Busy schedule, use the 1-minute rule. Every hour you're at a screen, stand and walk for 60 seconds. Do that 8 times and you've just added 500 to 800 steps with almost no friction. Bad weather? Indoor laps, a walking pad, a shopping mall loop, or a staircase session? The point is movement, not scenery. Shin splints or plantar fascia pain, slow down. Shorten your stride. Walk on softer surfaces when possible. Rotate shoes and build up gradually. If pain persists, swap one walking block for a bike or inclined treadmill at a gentle grade. Knee or hip cranky. Keep your steps, but break them into smaller chunks. 10 minutes 8 times is kinder than one 60-minute march. Travel days, make airports your bonus. Aim to hit 5,000 steps before boarding. Once you land, do a 10-minute hotel hallway walk after each meal. And a word on plateaus. If the scale stalls for 10 to 14 days, don't slash calories immediately. First, audit your steps. Many people quietly slip from 12,000 back to 8 or 9. Bring steps back up, tighten your protein and fiber, and recommit to post-meal walks. Only if you've eaten on those for a full week without movement do you trim 100 to 150 calories. Let's zoom out. Walking isn't just about burning extra calories today. It's a lifestyle anchor that makes every other fat loss lever more effective. You digest food better, you sleep deeper, you recover faster, you manage stress, and you keep your daily burn high without feeling deprived. That's how you go from always cutting to lean by default. Here's your simple plan to start today. Number 1. Measure your current average steps for 3 days. Number 2. Add 2,000 to that average this week using 10-minute post-meal walks. Number 3. Hold protein at about 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of goal body weight and fiber at 25 to 35 grams. Number 4. Lock a daily anchor walk tied to an existing habit. Number 5. Every 2 weeks, add 5 to 10% to your weekly step total until you consistently hit 10 to 12,000. Do this for 30 days and your body will feel different, lighter, calmer, stronger. Do it for 90 days and you'll see the mirror change. Do it for a year and you won't recognize your old habits. If this clicked for you, tap like and subscribe to From Heavy to Healthy for Practical. Science-backed strategies that actually work in real life. Drop a comment with your current step average. I'll reply with one tweak to help you raise it this week. And watch next. Walking versus running for fat loss, which gets you lean faster. It's linked in the pinned comment and on screen now.